What if they don't like me?
Why do I feel like I'm letting everyone down? I'm not good enough.
They think I'm an idiot.
They expect so much from me. I should be further ahead.
What am I doing?
Where am I going?
Who am I?
Why do we always believe these things? And why do we always feel like we're under pressure? Quite simply, it's having the wrong expectations. That word expectations is doing so much more damage than we think. More specifically, believing we've got to live up to others' expectations rather than our own. Or it's being fixated on our expectations of the future when life itself is so uncertain. And if we continue to define expectations and pressure the same way, focusing on things we can't control, but wanting to control them, this pressure will never go away. But what if there's a better way?
Most questions you get asked, I know my good friend Ash Barty saying things like, how are you dealing with the pressure? How are you dealing with the expectations? It's like the pressure of the country used to be on our shoulders, but now we've learnt that they can put all the pressure they want. The only pressure you put on yourself is your own. And your own expectations, you know? The weight of the nation on your shoulders, they say, hopes of the nation. Well, the nation will keep going if I don't win.
Once we realise we've got the power to think this way, the penny drops. And we start to shift our perspective in other areas too.
Once I began to embrace who I was, that's when you let go of not being enough. And you know that this is you, this is who you are, you're worthy, you are enough.
Those accolades and things don't mean as much as the ability to help and the ability to be who you are. That's why I get out of bed every day.
Success to me is balance between feeling content but staying curious and realising that you don't know everything, no matter how successful you are.
Once I began to realise what vulnerability could do for me as a positive, it changed the way that I live, it changed the way that I saw the world and changed the way that I saw myself. And I think you're more accepting of knowing that you don't have to fit in, you kind of belong.
However, sometimes in life, the biggest perspective shift is the simplest one. Remembering that we're human beings first and human doings second.
You know, surfing is something that I do, but it's not who I am.
When I was able to separate that and improve as a person and grow as a person, it helped me as an athlete.
I own my story, I own the person that I am. And then I can be the best version of me. And when I am the best version of me, I perform at my best.
As soon as I can tap into that and just remind myself of what it is that has brought me to this place in time, it makes me, so excited for the challenge ahead, no matter what it is. And it's invaluable for any human being.
The thing is, when we shift our perspective this way, we start to remove all this pressure and replace it with what every human on the planet wants. Freedom. The freedom to embrace your weird, own your story, and find your mojo. That's the Mojo way.
I am enough.